to get down to business? Join seasoned entrepreneur, community leader, and Army veteran Scott Shalom Klein, who will take you behind the scenes with those who work in America's small business scene and speak with leaders making an impact, creating jobs, and telling their story in entrepreneurship. So let's get down to business. On AM 560, The Answer, here's your host, Shalom Klein.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business. Indeed, we're all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. With the business, we talk all about small business here. We're going to kick off the program today with the leader dedicated to creating transformative spaces for the next generation. Our guest is Amanda Schleede, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of the Northwestern Suburbs. Amanda is currently leading a massive $13.2 million renovation of the Woodlands Impact Center, a project designed to massively empower over 550 middle and high school students with skills they need for the future, with specialized labs focusing on everything from technology and media to culinary arts. Amanda and her team are proving that the club is far more than just a place to go after school. It's a launchpad for leadership and career readiness. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, Amanda. You are currently overseeing this Woodlands Impact Center renovation. What will this new facility mean for the local community, and how does it redefine the role of the Boys and Girls Club for middle and high schoolers?
So really for us, this facility, as you said, will service 550 middle school and high school kids from the Carpentersville and Barrington Elementary School, or middle and high schools in District 220 and 300. And really what we are looking to do with this facility is work with the school district to bridge that divide between those two communities, and also provide the students with essential career and essential life skills that they need to become better individuals in the community.
Absolutely. And the center features specialized spaces like the Build Lab, Tech Lab, Culinary Lab. You like that word, don't you? How do those hands-on environments empower students with skills that a traditional classroom might not provide?
Exactly. I mean, the kids that come to Boys and Girls Club, are both planning to go off to college. Some are just going to the skilled trades. And so what we're looking to do is provide them with that access to career and essential skill development for them to decide what they want to do in the future and how do they become, useful and successful individuals within our community. So we are creating a center where they can get those career and essential life skills, create, character and leadership growth, health and fitness literacy. We provide STEM or STEAM, computer and technology training, as well as access to arts and sports and fitness and recreation. And so, lab seems to be, a very popular word in our plan for the Woodlands project, but it really is, providing those kids with access and our members with access to trainings that they may not be getting at the district level. Within the culinary arts program, we plan on having, the Serve Safe certification. So kids can, go out and get a part-time job working in a restaurant and get that access to that. Within our industry lab, we are doing certifications, OSHA 10 certifications with ECC, where, kids will be able to go into programs, even simple things like CPR training. So they can go into programs at not only the college level, but also the skilled trades. And that's really what we're looking to do, is provide that exposure to the students to determine what they want to do when they grow up and have to, as I lovingly say, have to adult.
You've often said that the Boys and Girls Club of the Northwestern Suburbs is more than daycare. Can you elaborate on that philosophy and how the new center reinforced the mission of deep enrichment and career readiness?
Yeah, I mean, we do provide after-school care or after-school services during the school year, and then we also provide a full-day program over the summer. Our goal is, we're not daycare, as I always say. We are an enrichment program, so we're providing, kids with ability and access to mentors, access to tutors who might need, if they need some extra help in school. We're looking at those wraparound services that we can provide, especially at the middle and high school level, for kids to, do better in school, get better grades, determine what they want to do, again, as I say, when they want to adult and grow up. But what are those, those access to not only school and educational resources that they need, but also what are the access to various community resources they may need as well. And so, for us, we're really looking at how do we kind of close that gap that maybe the district can't cover, just because it's services that they don't provide. And, what can we do to really strengthen the experience that these kids are getting in middle school and high school level.
Mm-hmm. With over 550 students expected to benefit, what specific changes do you anticipate in their personal and educational development over the next few years?
Well, for us, working with local community colleges and working, directly with the District 220 and 300 leadership, we're focusing on how do we, identify those skills and skill sets that will help the kids become better individuals when they leave high school. We're focusing on healthcare, food service, construction, skilled trade, essential technical workforce development that they may need to really determine what they want to do as the next step in their growing up and process. And, looking at how members of the community, whether that's, our staff, if volunteers within the community and within the district, can help to support that additional educational and academic support. I mean, it surprises me. When I was a kid, I had no choice to not know what the difference was between a screwdriver and a socket wrench. But, kids nowadays don't know. They don't know what the difference is between a screwdriver and a socket wrench. And so, even providing those services and experiences for the kids, to understand what those differences are. And when they go out into the workforce, be able to bring those skills with them. In our current Impact Center, we have a build lab. And within our build lab, we have a bike lab. And that we, have donations from the community of bikes, and the kids are allowed to identify a bike that they want to work on. We teach them the simple things of changing bike tires or putting a chain back on or lubing up a chain, making sure the brakes are working. And once the kids have completed that project, they actually get to take the bike. And sometimes this is the first time a kid has had access to their own transportation.
Absolutely. Amanda, you have so many success stories, but I want to talk about Eliana Rodriguez, your Youth of the Year. What does mentorship and support structures that you have at the Boys and Girls Club of the Northwestern suburbs look like behind the scenes to help students like Eliana to reach those heights?
Yeah, I mean, Eliana, who's our current Youth of the Year, she really fell in love with the Boys and Girls Club and our culinary experiences, even when she was in elementary school. There's a picture right by my office when I walk in of her cutting a green pepper in elementary school, and they were making, I believe, a salad. And so it's just teaching the kids the healthier side of eating, but she fell in love with culinary. And as part of the Youth of the Year, she's actually getting a full ride scholarship to ECC, and she's actually going into the ECC pastry program, and her goal is to open up her own bakery or, be a pastry chef in a restaurant. And so even when we did our Tendies and Ties event, which is one of our galas we did on November 1st this year, we had her provide all of the desserts. So she got a crew of kids together or members at the Impact Center. We opened up the commercial kitchen there, and they made desserts that they then presented to all of the attendees, which was a great experience for her because she was able to really start to PR and, talk about her abilities. And then also we were able to highlight her as a future leader and what she's going to be doing, moving forward as she goes out into the world.
Yeah, Amanda, this renovation represents a $13.2 million investment. How did community partners, local leaders, and donors come together to turn this ambitious vision into a reality?
So we have wonderful donors within the Carpentersville and Barrington communities who have given to the project so far. I will say that we do have a current capital campaign to close up that $13.2 million that's left. And if anybody out there wants to give to the project, we'd love to talk to them. But the community members who have identified the need within the Barrington and the Carpentersville community have really banded together to help us and promote the project overall, providing us with, obviously great funding resources, but also knowledge and information within their individual experiences that they've had, and bringing that forward to bringing, experiences and, as we've lovingly said through this whole recording, labs, to the Woodland Center. So, in particular, we've got Jess Green, who brought the whole idea of belonging, to the Woodland Center, and how do we really bridge that gap between the Carpentersville and Barrington school district, but really the kids within those school districts, to really create this one facility and one location for them to all come together.
Amanda, this is amazing. I want to give the final word over to you. I know you're looking towards the wall breaking ceremony in the future. What would you say are your biggest hopes for the students who will walk through these doors 5 to 10 years from now? And like you said, how can our listeners get in touch with you if they want to find ways to support the project?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm excited to be opening up this facility and really making a difference. And what I always say to the team is making generational change for these communities and for the members and the kids within these communities. If anybody's interested in participating, you can definitely go see our website at bgcnws.org and get connected up with us and get connected with the Woodlands Project or Boys and Girls Club of the Northwest Suburbs overall.
Fantastic. Amanda, thank you so much. We'll link in the show notes, make it really easy for people to get in touch with you. We're going to squeeze in a quick break here on the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.